kitchen scientist vibes. I'm taking you on a journey. Yeah, I found a light, I found a way to a brighter health and a better day. I'm opening the door, step inside with me to meet the doctor and the lady of the degree.
Hi, I'm Melly. Welcome to my journey, and I'm here today with someone very special to me who, without her, I could not have lost weight. It would be impossible to have gotten as far as I have and continue to be able to go even when I slip. Also, without her, I could not have completed the victory in me. So the world is chaotic, and sometimes you find a person who's like a light, and she is a light. So I just wanted the world to be able to see her through my lens. So introduce yourself, and then we could dive right into the questions.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction. I'm Dr. Renata, a doctor of clinical nutrition and integrative health. And I'm also and was helping this beautiful lady with her journey and her books.
Yes. So my first question is, how do you define body literacy, and why is that the first step to health?
Well, to me, body literacy kind of means like we should know our body and be familiar with it and not really rely on others to kind of tell us what to do with our body and our health. We have to be proactive.
Right. Like when I was really struggling with my iron and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like nobody's body is the same.
You know your body.
Right, but I had to come to you to get the information. So that's why I asked that question, because I think it's so important when you're on a weight loss journey. Most people who are not like, it's out of your scope of practice. I think it's important you see a PCP or have a nutritionist to support you in your journey, because without her, I would not have been able to understand the patience it takes to endure change and intake and retain the information. So the next question is, in your experience, what are the most powerful ways food acts as an actual medicine?
Well, there is a saying, if I say it correctly, let food be thy medicine and thy medicine be food. Something like that. And because we have to think of food as our medicine, because it has nutrients, it helps us to feel good. And if we don't only look at it as we're hungry, we're craving, and we look at it sort of as a medicine, then we can make better choices and kind of think what it's doing in our bodies, not only in our stomachs and in our mouths.
Right. Because sometimes we might eat stuff and be so fatigued, tired, and we don't understand why. Like intentional eating. Like that's my kitchen science book is all about. It's about intentional eating, because that's the key. And I think like you won't understand intentional eating if you don't have someone or do the work and knowledge to know what food is good for you, what is not good for you, and how much you should have, when you should take.
Exactly. People just eat just to eat and not thinking about, oh, this orange has vitamin C and it can help my skin or help my immune system.
Right.
So that's why your food should be thought of also as your medicine.
Yep.
And then you need less medicine.
Yes. What ingredients you recommend specific for my journey? As someone who's intentionally eating, like what are your spices or ingredients or something like you like? I have some ideas, but what is your ingredient?
Well, if you're talking about like real ingredients, like spices, just like items that make the food taste better, that's for sure. Taste good, delicious.
Right.
Because food is medicine, but it doesn't have to taste like medicine.
Yeah.
I would say like using anti-inflammatory spices like turmeric, ginger, cinnamon. things like that. So kind of natural items that can help certain conditions.
Right, and it also helps like soothe ultimately.
Right, it's soothing. It can help mental health. And anti-inflammatory foods and spices and herbs are very good for everything, and they taste good.
Yes. One I had to like get used to is ginger. Ginger was the one for me that.
Oh, you didn't like it?
It was too spicy at first.
It does get spicy. You don't have to have anything you don't enjoy.
Yeah.
That's the other rule. But maybe you had too much at one time. Maybe you can use it in a certain recipe. So just play around with these healthy spices and herbs.
I love ginger now though.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not because like when you're so like programmed to eating a certain way, like unhealthy, like fried foods all the time, processed. Like when you start to eat broccoli, it's gonna be like.
That is true.
That you have to.
I think I remember that when we used to see each other in the past.
It's so hard to find recipes and stuff. That's what inspires me because I feel like. How do I like it's such a tug of war.
But you said something important. When we're used to eating the junk food, processed food, those flavors overpower everything. So the real healthy foods might not taste so good until you get rid of those junk foods. And then you really taste it and then you enjoy it.
Yeah, like
now
ginger.
You like ginger.
Yeah, I love ginger, yes. What is the most common nutrition mistake people make when they hit like midlife?
I mean, there are a lot of things. I don't know if it's mistakes, just we don't know. And a lot of times, especially women in midlife, they think like they have to slow down. So we think, oh, we can't continue running if we've been running, or that's in terms of physical activity. We have to continue. And maybe even increase, but in a smart way. And a lot of things that, like with the nutrition parts, maybe a lot of women get cravings, like more cravings in midlife.
Because of hormones.
Hormones, and then we tend to eat more carbs. There's nothing wrong with carbs, but it's the amounts and which types, and that can trigger like a vicious cycle. So we have to really balance
everything. Yes.
Yeah, that's the key, especially in midlife. And you're right, hormones.
Yes, because sometimes people might have a chemical imbalance. May not even have to be midlife, just in
natural
any
time of life.
Right, like when I had my gastric sleeve surgery, I was like hormonal, so it was like really hard. Like, it was just like a challenge. But thanks to you, I was able to get through it. Yeah. What is one thing that helps hormone regulation for women?
Okay. Well, one thing that's really important, especially for women, is to make good balances with your meals and focusing on protein, vegetables, and you do need carbs, the healthy carbs, but the carbs should be very well portioned. So you have one portion of a carb on your plate and then a healthy nutrient-dense protein if it's lunch and dinner. Even sometimes breakfast, have little vegetables, a little bit of a healthy oil, and that helps balance the hormones.
Yeah, making an omelet.
Well omelet, and maybe like one slice of whole grain toast or something. So you need to really regulate the blood sugars, almost like if you're diabetic, and that helps to balance the hormones.
I'm actually shocked you said that because I was thinking you was gonna say like water, because you know how like through my journey how much you like
water is
drink your water.
There's no question about it. But water added to it. We have to drink a lot of water unless there's any fluid restrictions medically. But the more water you drink, you're gonna do better with that balance of the nutrients, the protein and the carbs.
Yes. Should we keep going? Okay. How can we simplify nutrition science so the average person isn't like intimidated? Like somebody like might be interested in losing weight. Like I always promote, like again, see a PCP, go to a nutritionist because it's so important to get someone who knows what they're, they studied this. Sometimes a lot of people, especially now with TikTok, and I'm not bashing anybody and life coaches, but I just feel I used to like watch a lot of TikToks and watch a lot of people who were like inspirational and had great information, a lot of knowledge. But then I come to you, and then I'm learning the true facts, the fundamentals, the beginning, the like the main part. I think that's the key to like moving forward, is like figuring out where you should start. Like you have to see a nutritionist or a PCP to know like what's your body mass, where should you start, how much intake, where's your calorie and things like that.
Well, social media has taken over a lot, and we cannot believe everything that we hear. Some things that we hear might be valid, but we don't know for sure. So you're 100% correct. I would go to the doctor. Don't get off any medications unless your doctor says. And I think the best thing is to work with like a registered dietitian to help you with your nutrition goals, to make sure you're getting enough nutrients and you're doing it correctly.
Right.
That's the key.
I agree. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
What is the direct connection between like gut health and mental clarity?
Well, yeah, definitely. There's a gut health connection. I did a whole series on that, and it can help.
Where can they find you on that series?
Well, I have it taped,
videotaped. And where they can find it?
For my groups.
Oh, sorry. It's exclusive. You guys gotta be a member.
You can be a member.
Yeah.
So she'll tell you.
Yes.
But I do a lot of groups, and I did a whole talk at Zucker Hillside. It's a psychiatric hospital, and it's on the border of Queens and Long Island, about gut health, like gut and brain health and all of that. And when you have a healthy gut from eating well, then your body and your brain respond in a positive way. When you're not eating well, that messes with the gut, the microbiome, and then it can cause, problems with your health and mental health issues, depression, anxiety. So it's all connected.
Yeah, I used to say like if you look good, you feel good,
and that's true.
That's
in a way.
That's like partly true, because it's like some people might be unhealthy and feel good.
Well, that's true. If you're getting to it that way, I can have patients who look amazing, meaning like their size, they're not overweight, not obese, and they might have higher cholesterol and blood sugars than somebody who's very heavy, so it depends on a lot of factors.
And again, that's why you need to have someone like a nutrition, right? It always leads back to
you need a guide and a support system.
Yeah, someone who really like has that true like confidence and credential, to be able to help you, because TikTok can do it if it's people with the true qualifications. Like she's on TikTok, on TikTok. And so that's a great thing, because you're giving out like free wisdom,
Right, but the thing is, we don't, like, me personally, so you can trust me.
Yeah.
But we don't know everyone on TikTok. And some people, even if they're credentialed, maybe it's not the right advice for you.
Right.
Because they're not talking to you directly. So you have to be careful, when you do certain things. And listen to people on social media.
That's true.
Just get ideas and maybe run it by a doctor or your own nutritionist.
I agree.
Right?
Because it's also dangerous. Like,
well, that's what I mean.
It's so dangerous to be sharing information without like true backup. Like,
well, that's the thing. Don't make changes to your health, drastic ones, because you don't know if it's right for you.
Right, like I'm the first levels of my cookbook. I'm doing a liquid diet, where it's really like a detox, a reprogram, kind of intentional. Like all the liquid is intentional. Like, and I'm really working on it. And I have people who's gonna actually be case studies to help to see like if it truly works, if it didn't work, whatever. And that should not be done without a nutritionist.
Yeah, you can take your book. Someone can take her book and tell their doctor or registered dietitian, I want to do this. Is this right for me? Because even though it's fine, but maybe it's not right for certain people.
Exactly, because I struggled in my weight loss journey with like iron and like constipation, and so that was my journey. I was doing the things, but I was stuck because I was doing them, but I didn't know that maybe my body fiber was I was doing too much, and I was getting like
that's
intestinal issues.
Yeah, so you need some advice, like from your doctor, which you went to,
which I have a binder, which I'm going to show you later. It's my binder of knowledge, the Dr. Renata.
Yeah, and it's your own person. That's the thing. You make your own personalized plan, but through your experience with your medical professionals.
Exactly.
So you know what works, and then you can tweak it.
Yeah. And I'm only mostly passionate about doing a cookbook because of when I went through gastric sleeve surgery, and when we was they just gave me a vague
post.
It was like
paper.
Right, and then in that, it was no real true options, no true recipes, no true like
and
maintenance. Like moving forward, they just you could go do the follow. You must do your follow ups, but it's like they don't have the suggestions or like So, and I just want to be that part, not
You were so good. I remember you brought your salmon here to show me the size and everything.
Yeah, it's because I wanted to learn like how much I should be eating. Like I'm a visual learner. I can't learn like that stuff.
But you did your journey correctly.
Yeah, that's why
you knew what you want, and then you came for professional advice and assistance. So.
And I'm still on my journey. And that's the point. Like, I'm not trying to shoot for skinny. I'm trying to shoot for discipline. I'm trying to shoot for success. And I know that me personally, I need Dr. Renata to continue to guide me and support me on this journey because there's been ups, right?
Well,
and there's going to be ups.
The journey goes like this. It could be up. It could be down. It could be kind of the same, but the average goes to where you're going to.
Right. Like even me I had like a dental issue. Then it made me not be able to eat meat. So now I had to learn a whole new structure, a whole new way because I needed my protein. So
but you were determined and you still are, and that's how you got here.
So for those who've had surgery, what are those non-negotiables for long-term success?
Well, definitely keeping a good structure with your meals and snacks, like every few hours, but keeping everything small, and no sodas, like no bubbly drinks that expands the stomach, and just keeping a healthy diet and making sure you're getting all your nutrients and your vitamins and your water.
Right.
Yeah, that's non-negotiable because then that could backfire. You could get very sick or gain everything back.
Yes, because that's what I learned when I was getting the surgery. Like, I was very determined, but I was also nervous because, like, it was a high percentage, like, within the 80 percentile, like, people who got the surgery ended up, like, gaining it back. And and then I actually had a moment where I did almost get to that level where I did that. So that's what made me, like, snap back. I was able to write my book, do the work, and now I'm all about aligning my body. And so, like, who better to help me do that?
And that's how the health and weight loss journey is. You go up, down, even with the bariatric surgery, but there is no magic. The surgery is not magic. Pills, injections are not magic. You still have to do the right things. They just help you. Those procedures and meds help you to make it a little bit easier in a way.
Right. I actually believe, like, I would do it differently. I remember when you were rooting for me to just try, keep going, like, without it because we were working so hard.
Well, I never push surgery or meds on anyone unless we try so much and nothing works and you really need to lose that weight.
Yeah. So I went and you helped me by giving me all the information and giving me a chance and I actually wanted to do it without it. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And then right the day that I was going to go into the surgery, they weighed me. And I remember I started at 259 and then I had to do this liquid thing, and then I went down to 234. But prior to that, we couldn't break 245. It was like we couldn't break it.
There's always a place that is so difficult to break.
Yeah, it was the worst.
You
So,
would have broken it eventually.
Yes,
but
I did break it before the surgery. I broke it because the liquid, the water, the liquid.
Oh,
that's
yes.
why I'm so passionate about this particular special.
The water.
Yeah, but again, they also tell you to do these things, and they give you broth and this, and I'm like, but that's not logical because where's your vitamins and nutrition you still need daily? You know. And like, of course, after surgery you need vitamins forever. But like, what are the people who don't take vitamins or can't? You can go to make drinks or eat the vegetables or eat the fruits, and there are your vitamins. Like they're there, you know.
Well, that most people don't think like you, so that's why they end up not doing well.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that's what I could do to show that. Like I can't wait to get on the scale and see like how much I've lost since I've been doing like the intentional I'm eating now. I'm at the phase of eating now, but I'm also still taking the shot, the carrot liquid, ginger lime, shot, and it really has been helping me like in the morning time.
Well, that's why you're gonna share it in your book.
I can't wait. Yeah. So, what is one of your favorite dishes that is also healthy that you indulge in, like
that make or that
you can make it, buy it, or just crave it. Like, like, so, like, I have cravings now for healthy stuff now. So, like, what is, like, one healthy thing, like, that you like, that maybe you didn't like before?
I mean, as a child, I didn't like a lot of things. But now I like almost everything. I'm not picky. But I like to cut up, like, fruits and vegetables and just kind of snack on that. Especially if it's, like, nighttime and I want something. I don't deprive myself, but I'm kind of careful. I also like to make ice cream. That's not going to, make me gain weight because I also am on a weight loss journey my whole life. I'm just keeping it now.
Killing it, yes.
So, but I have to do what I taught you and my other patient. But I like to freeze banana pieces, take off the skin, and then if I feel like having something sweet, you put it in the blender. It could be a whole banana, but not the skin. And you just blend it up. You could put a little bit of low-fat Greek yogurt, and you could refreeze it, or you can have it like that.
Like a bark?
No, you could do it like that if you freeze it.
I love barks.
Or if you just throw into the blender the frozen banana and a little bit of yogurt.
Is this like a chew?
No, that ice cream. Sort of like a smoothie ice cream. Ice cream smoothie.
Okay.
And it's so good. And you feel like you ate something sweet.
Nice.
And it's not going to, affect your weight. I also like sushi.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to be careful with sushi only for raw because the other ones have a lot of oil. They fry it. Like the spicy salmon, spicy tuna.
Those are the ones I like. Yeah.
The rice is a lot, so you have to be careful.
Like in moderation.
Yeah.
So if there's like 6, because I go to that supermarket, they have it, right?
6 is fine.
6, I can indulge. Okay, so obviously, like, okay, I'm gonna eat 3. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna come back.
But if I did a test and I took off all the rice off of like maybe 12 pieces. It's a lot of rice.
Oh wow!
So it has like one roll with maybe like 6 pieces. Could be like 400 and something calories just the plain.
Oh my god!
So
because it is mostly rice because especially in the supermarket one,
you
that
can
one's
get
mostly
the
rice.
ones without the rice, and then you can have as much as you want.
Oh yeah, they have that.
What they're called.
They're a little spicy though.
Well, it depends which one. So everything is raw vegetables, the raw sushi, and wrapped in a cucumber. And that's basically almost no calories. So you gotta be smart.
Yeah. Speaking of smart, one of my favorite discoveries you introduced me to because I hate water. I mean, water I'm used to now. I'm like I don't hate it no more. Like I used to hate it. But was the tea, like the tea bag? Oh, it's so amazing.
You take your bottle or a cup, but a whole bottle. This is 32 ounces. And you throw one herbal tea bag, like blueberry, cranberry, whatever flavor you like, with no caffeine, and it flavors the whole thing. You think you're drinking fruit punch.
Yes, you are. It's one of my favorite things to do. And like sometimes when the kids don't have their juices and stuff, I'm like, let me show you something.
Yeah, you could also put a cinnamon stick. You could put cucumber, ginger,
and lime. I mean,
all
yeah,
that
have fun with it, but like,
so you can have fun with your water without it harming you, and it can actually add some nutrients.
right. So that's one of my favorite discoveries.
But like you said, without water, nothing else works. It just doesn't.
Just doesn't. It's so important. Like, and honestly, when I find myself not drinking water, like my body will tell me now.
It will tell me now. It'll say,
right?
you thirsty.
Yeah, and when you're already feeling it, that means you're dehydrated.
Yeah.
And then everything goes where you don't want it.
Mm-mm.
So you got
headaches, all kind of things.
Exactly.
And water is like medicine. And what I've learned, like a thing that I got from TikTok is how I now look at fruits. It's okay. Because fruits are like, it's water, but just flavored water.
Right. Right. You don't want to overdo fruits because it is sugar, and it can raise blood sugars and then cause a cycle of overeating and all of that. So limit to 1 to 2 fruits a day.
Oh, okay.
And
that's
the rest
beautiful.
could be vegetables because they have similar nutrients.
And also, I did some research also about like, there's a time you should eat certain fruits.
Well,
certain fruits you shouldn't eat at night because of the sugar in them, like the natural sugar.
In that sense, yes, I wouldn't recommend fruits at night because at night we're more relaxed. We don't really do that much activity, and it can raise the sugars more. So it's better to eat it during the day. Yeah. Although if you do have one small serving, like a regular
cantaloupe or something like that, it's not going to hurt you.
With a little protein, and to balance those sugars, it can be a healthy snack.
Okay, like with peanut butter.
Anything goes good with peanut butter.
That's right.
So now I want to talk about. She's not just a doctor, a nutritionist. She's not just my mentor, but she is also an author, a grandmother, a mother, and many other things. But she's an author, and she has many poems, many books. She writes children books also.
I have one there.
Ooh, show it.
I brought it.
Yes.
This is my first children's book. It's about me and my granddaughter Lucy, called Lucy Blue Eyes, and it grows with her in a series. I'm up to book 3.
Oh my God!
And it shows that even in midlife, as a midlife woman, you can still enjoy everything. So it takes us on a journey to the park and just having fun, being active at any age. So that's the point of all my books. They're all geared towards women to show that it doesn't matter what age we are. As try, to live a healthy lifestyle, which includes eating healthy, a little bit of exercise, drinking the water, and then, staying healthy. You can enjoy your life, basically your whole life, right?
Right. One more question before we get to the author question. I just wonder, because I love coffee, and so what I've done is I don't drink it with sugar anymore.
Okay,
because
that's number one.
I had to reprogram my mind again because I was saying, okay, I'm getting my water through this coffee and whatever. But
coffee, anything with caffeine is dehydrating. So even though it's a liquid, it's actually going to send extra fluids out of your body. So if you're not following up with water and you're not drinking your water, you're going to end up dehydrated.
Right.
And definitely coffee is okay, like in a reasonable amount, 1 to 2 cups a day. But
also watch the milk or the
it's
cream.
what you add to it. Like in certain establishments, like 1 cup of coffee could be 700-800 calories. And then people think, oh, I only drank coffee. How come I'm not losing weight, or why am I gaining weight? Because they put syrup, whipped cream, like the
mocha
flavors,
chocolate,
all that stuff. So you have to be careful. We don't want to drink liquid calories.
Yeah, that's why. And it's true. It's so true because I find myself. It may sometimes like produce like no appetite, but I'm thirsty, and then I keep going for it instead of listening to my body and saying you're thirsty because you need water, and But
it can also it's basically like eating a meal or 2 or 3 in 1 cup, and it just goes down, and then you're still hungry.
So that's why for my level 1 and 2, you're not allowed to drink coffee because of my experience. Because this is my journey on the way up.
Right.
Because I'm addicted to coffee. You're reprogramming your mind
to an addictive substance.
Yes.
Because of the caffeine.
Yeah, so because it's something that I like, that I'm indulging in, even though I know it's good for me, because sometimes, like you said, 2 fruits. Don't overindulge in moderation.
Mm-hmm. Even the healthiest foods, and if you have too much, it can become not so healthy.
Yeah.
So that's the key, like in moderation.
Yeah.
And nothing is off limits if you do it the correct way for your own body.
Yeah, and I think it's important though, like when people are trying to like get into a journey, that they try to like
with willpower.
Oh yeah,
so sometimes it's important to restrict yourself from these things, because you have to reprogram your mind to say, I don't need this, I want this, but only let me try doing the things I need, like let's start with what I need to eat, what I need for my body alone, see how my body does with what I need.
And then everything else will become easier.
And then, because I'm going to have delicious recipes slowly in there. Some desserts for people. It's not, I don't believe in cheat days. You can have dessert if you do it like you said.
Exactly.
Respectfully.
Do it
Respect your body.
That's it.
Sure, like the blueberries and mangoes, and you like pure, not, don't blend it, but pure, and you get like little ice cream.
It's like the banana ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do that with any fruit.
Exactly. So that, not to say there's no excuses, but there's no excuses, truthfully. So, you've mentored many, including me. How does seeing others succeed in writing impact, like, you?
The writing?
As an author. Yeah.
Well, it makes me very happy. You made my day when you surprised me and brought your book. And it just makes me happy, and that you're happy, and then I just want to share my knowledge with other people.
Yeah, I want to share her knowledge with everybody too. That's why I want people to see her light, because she has good information, and it's qualifying good information. It's quality.
And I think everyone is capable, and you can be anything you want and do anything you desire. You just have to kind of go for it. And you did. Nothing is off limits. You just have to do it. And that's how I
still give you credit, because I couldn't have done it without you, truthfully. I didn't have the tools. And you believed
eventually
in me. And you believed
have.
Yeah.
I helped,
of course.
I helped inspire you and pushed you a little bit, but I'm sure you would have done it anyway.
I mean, I had the manuscript. I just was like, Okay. What is a specific spark or moment that inspired you to write your first book?
A woman struggling with body image and hormones and all of that. And I always knew that I'm going, just like you, that I'm going to write a book and publish it. I wanted to, and nothing would stop me. And when it was the right time, that's when the spark came. And I just sat down and started writing the manuscript. And it took me a year for that book, because it has a lot of research, case studies, all of that. And it was my first book. So I had to, trial and error, and you learn a lot. But I did it, just like you.
And I have that book, and it has sticky notes in it. I think it's for all women, because even if you're not in menopause, you're a woman, you will be there. And it's good to be prepared, and like your poems it's so relatable, not only to that, just like you said, to anything like confidence and low self-esteem, all the things, mental health. Like you said, I truly believe mind and body have to be aligned. It has to.
And all my books, the nutrition book, the poetry book, and the children's series, is, like I said, all goes together.
Yeah, you're like studying to all the ages. I love that.
It's geared for women and to empower women. And my next book is going to be just for women, because it says menopause on my nutrition book, but it's really, like you said, for all women. Yeah. Because we all have hormones from PMS to perimenopause.
Men can read the book too, so they're aware how women behave during these times.
That's true.
It's also for men. I think men can be very much educated on like a woman going through menopause, so that they can have less stress.
You're right. And one of my patients said she's going to make her husband read it.
And it's fair. I think it's fair. We watch hard.
There is something called menopause. And if you dig there is research.
But men
Men
get
also experience issues with their hormones, but it's not really talked about,
Yeah,
and it's not as dramatic as we have it.
But I think the reason why I'll say quickly. I think it's only because men, in my opinion, I think they're very they're not open and transparent about their health like women are. Women are so transparent. That's why you might get more data, more information.
Exactly.
Men
there
are
is
not.
research on that.
Yeah.
Called menopause.
So how do you balance the demand of medical career with being a creative process, like the creative process of writing?
To get my books done, I would write at night, in between patients. Sometimes if I finished all my work, on the weekends. I would actually spend a lot of time in the library because I have too many people in my house, interruptions. And I finished my book, the nutrition book, actually in Panera Bread. The reason I was there is because they have nice tables, internet, and I stayed there for like 10 hours for a few weekends. I ate their salad. I was careful what I ate. But
you tortured yourself with that beautiful spell.
Because if I left, then life happens and I would never finish.
I agree. I think that's important.
You gotta be in a place that kind of works. But then with my poetry book, I just, anytime a feeling popped up or something, I just wrote it down, because that you have to be in the moment. You can't just sit and write.
Yeah, because you get writer's block sometimes if it's not inspirational.
Yeah, and it's real if it comes from the moment.
Yeah, it's true. I love it.
Yeah, she's a mom, she's a grandma, you know. You said it like you have all this time. It's like you're like a little here, a little there. And I'm like, how? I'm still thinking like she has a grandma. She's the best grandma, first of all. So it's like, how? You know, you're a great mom. So it's like you care about so many people, your patients, you know. So that's why I was so curious. Like, how do you balance it all? Like,
well, I did enjoy the poetry book and the children's book a lot because it's creative. It's almost like art. And I had my granddaughter test out my final product with the children's book on the computer. I'm like, do you like that? Even though she was maybe 3
they don't
when I published it, but if she paid attention, then I knew it was good.
And not only that, they do not lie. They don't lie.
Kids don't lie.
No. And my last question is, what is the one piece of advice you'd give a first-time author, like that may feel overwhelmed or
and just when inspiration hits, write it down. One thing I learned, I had a mentor for my first book, and she told me for her first book, anything that pops into your mind, you either have like in your phone, the notes app, or text it to yourself, or somewhere you write down the little things, and then eventually you will use it. But just never give up.
Yeah, I agree with you, because I look at being an author. I'm the kind of author I am is I'm my own formula, so I can only talk about what I know. And like you said, research is important, you know, because my first book I had to read the Bible, learn about what I was talking about, make sure what I'm talking about, aligns with that. And now with this, I have you to verify and help me make sure that I'm not hurting anybody with bad information. That's so important to me. But it's like a puzzle. We have to get all the information. Like I have my binder, all the information you gave me. I gotta put it all together and figure out.
Putting your journey with scientific facts into a book for other people.
It's gonna be like a magazine.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
So that's the thing. Even in my nutrition book, I mean, I'm the expert because I went to school and everything, and I publish research articles, but I still put research.
And where can they get that book?
It's anywhere books are sold.
Anywhere. What's the name of it?
It's called It's Time for a Menopause.
So Time for a Menopause. Amazon,
Barnes and Noble, any bookstores, online, all over.
I'm gonna go to Barnes and Noble and do a vlog of me getting it. I'm so excited. That's awesome. Only online?
Yeah.
Well, I could do that still too. I love that.
Well, I'm so thankful for your time, and
thank you for you're doing amazing, and I'm so proud of you. And you have big things coming, and you're gonna be, and you are an inspiration to so many people. And your book and your magazine is gonna help them on their journeys.
Yes. So now I'm gonna be very transparent and share I'm going to be weighed in, because this is actually my appointment, and she is my nutritionist. So I want to get on the scale and be transparent and show you where I'm starting to continue my journey. Because it's not about being skinny, it's about where you are. It's not about where you want to go.
It's about skinny, it's about your goals, little baby goals, and then the bonus is weight loss.
Yes, and feeling good inside. You'll feel good when you see 1 pound go down. You'll feel good about that. And also, I think it's also important to have a reliable scale, right?
And this using the same scale, because every scale is a little different. And like if you're using a scale at home, do it the same day and time. If you're doing it once a week, in the morning, you wake up, you go to the bathroom before you get dressed, you go on the scale, and don't move the scale because the floor is not the same everywhere, and you might get different readings and get upset.
That's true. So this is the only scale that I go by. I go to other doctors in this clinic, but they all lie to me, and this is they all make me feel too good. This is the most accurate one. What kind of scale?
Great scale, health-o-meter, and it is calibrated every once in a while, so we know this one is pretty accurate.
Okay. And I'm going to take my shoes off. She always tells me to take my shoes off. Sometimes I don't want to take my shoes off.
I mean, it's up to you. Okay, whenever you're ready. And we're going to take off 2 because you took your shoes off.
I think she takes off 2 because I'm her favorite.
No, we usually take off 3 for everyone for clothes and shoes, but you took your shoes off.
Yeah.
We're going to take off 2. So I'm going to write it down.
And I usually come out like every 2 or in the beginning when I first started, I was coming every 2 weeks. And now because I have the knowledge, I have the information, it's all about implementing now. I see like once a month.
Once a month is fine to check in and check your weight and let me know what's going on.
For me, like right now, like I backslide, so now I have to get back on track. So I would like to see maybe like for just until I get back on track, because I'm gonna
you
do the
can see me every week, whatever you decide, but no more than 4 weeks without seeing me. Usually, weight loss journeys, patients see me every week or at least every 2 weeks. But because you're kind of in
more confident now,
different stage of your journey, I'll give you the option. You could do anywhere up to 4 weeks. Okay. I wouldn't do more. I
would like to do like every 2 weeks for now to kind of keep to make sure like I know I'm getting on the scale. I know I have to like make myself disciplined, and then
are you gonna share every 2 weeks with them? Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
See you next time.
Thank you.
Hi.
I'm taking you on a journey. Yeah. I found a light, I found a way to a brighter health and a better day. I'm opening the door, step inside with me to meet the doctor and the lady of the degree. Dr. Renata, she is a